the dark place that you've been going through or been going in, you're on like a stage in front of millions of people. So it's a little bit different in your situation, and you have to overcome probably quite a bit more than like an average person just because you are on the stage in front of millions of people. Like, what advice can you give someone that's sitting at home or someone like dealing or struggling with like mental health?
I mean, first off, I think all our problems are always similar. You know, we can always relate in some way. And I think the only difference is like the magnitude of which the platform of my problems get displayed on. But it's still, we still feel the same. You know, it's still a problem nonetheless because a lot of people start to think more money, less problems, and all this and all that mumbo jumbo. It's not how it goes, you know. And, you know, anybody that's like struggling or dealing with anything, definitely, you know, identify it, figure out what it is and where it's coming from. Always seek help, always talk to someone, and you know, just really be authentic and genuine with yourself about whatever it is you're going through. You know, heck, like, you know, it's hard to be vulnerable, especially as a man on like a big platform. You know, and just in general, with even sometimes with the circle that we have. You know, it's like not a lot of guys want to talk about, oh, I'm feeling bad, you know, I got this going on, I got this problem, because a lot of people don't want to hear, you know, and especially like I know we've all dealt with it where, you know, as men we usually try to lean on, you know, like a feminine energy for
Mm-hmm.
certain things, especially in that aspect, and then, you know, it's not always as nurturing as it should be. So, you know, I think we really have to be transparent about a lot of like the little problems that go on in that aspect. And ultimately, it just comes back to, man, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be like, for me, it like, seeking God has helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Ultimately, like thinking about all the problems I have, all the suffering I've been going through, and then I think about, wow, like there's a Savior that went through everything I did on an even more extraneous magnitude that I will never understand. You know, just to give me salvation, you know. And it's like, dang, when I look at that, when I look at it that way, I'm like, my problems aren't that big, my problems aren't that significant, and I can endure so much more because I find security and solitude in knowing that there was a perfect God to walk the earth and manifested himself in the flesh and sacrificed himself for me to atone for my sins a long time ago, before I was even born. You know, I was already thought of and loved. So that's what really gets me through, man. And just honestly, just like spreading the gospel and, you know, starting to disciple people and just ministering to people. And, you know, like you wouldn't think I went through half of the stuff I went through because, dude, I'm just so rooted in God right now. And I'm just like, I'm going to keep it that way. And I just know I'm just going to get through it, every hardship, every trial, every struggle, because I know he's with me through everything. And then I'm creating a good group of brothers in the church, and they're all around me. And, you know, just a lot of love is surrounding me, you know, through all the midst of everything. So congregation, you know, seeking a lot of help from people that you love, trust, and know. And when you really just get that love of Christ, like just amplify, people pray over you. It really is healing. It's really healing. And, yeah, man, I think, you know, part of me getting out of this darkness was that really
Amen.
just all in for God, leaning in on God a lot, you know.